Hello, welcome to Learning Chinese blog. This is John Williams,
This is Jessica.
and today we're going to be looking at just a few of the ways that um, people refer to the language of Chinese. And there's lots of different ways, and it can be complicated if you're just a beginner, or even if you're an intermediate learner and you're spending some time in a foreign country, or if you're in China or Taiwan or one of the Chinese speaking countries. You might hear several, if not more, of these different ways to refer to Chinese. So we're going to take a look at these now. So probably the most common thing that you'll hear is Zhongwen, and this is kind of like a universal way of saying just like Chinese, right?
Yes.
So even up in our name here, we have it right there. Zhongwen, okay? Chinese learning. Okay, so this is our Chinese. So this says study Chinese blog. Okay. And what does the Zhong?
Means middle.
Yeah, so that's like the old middle kingdom of China. And Wen.
Is the spoken or written language.
Okay. Yeah, so this is like a short form for like the middle kingdom's language. After that, we have a different version of this. This is 中国话.
Yes, this one is only referring to the spoken words.
Okay. Yeah, so this character at the end here, this this part right here, this means, this is 话, and it means like spoken, right?
Yeah, spoken because it's the words that your tongue says.
All right. Yeah, so anytime you see this character, 话, okay, so it could be like in China, I know they have different dialects, same in Taiwan. So people might refer to those dialects as...
In China, they say 中国话, but in Taiwan, there's actually dialect is called Taiwanese. So we say 台湾话.
Yeah, okay, so that's like a different usage of this word 话. Okay, so this always means like something spoken. After this, we have 普通话. Okay, so then you have the word 话. So it's talking about a spoken language. And what does this 普通?
普通 is
common,
common,
right? Yeah. So this is not used in Taiwan. It's more used in
mainland China.
China, okay? So this is a Chinese thing more than Taiwan or Singapore or someplace like that. So this is pretty common. If you listen to some podcasts or anything, I heard this first when I listened to some podcasts from China, and I was like, huh? What's 普通话? So it kind of confused me for a little bit. So that's why I wanted to give you the heads up on this. And after this, we have, what's this?
国语.
国语. Oh, so here's a new word. 语. So we had 国, we have it up here. So that meant 中国, so that means country. And so here we have country
Language.
Country language or country tongue, right? Okay, so this is like kind of like your national language, sort of. Okay, and so like 话语 means like words, right? Or like a language of some sort, right? This character.
语.
So I whenever I see this, I kind of think like this means to what? Like speak, right? Or like...
Yeah, speak, and the piece on the right, it actually means my. So my words.
So that's like my words is my language. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so this is common. 国语 is common in Taiwan. This is what stumped me when I first learned Chinese, is because I would go to... I'd be ordering my lunch, and the people would be like, 你会说国语? And I was like, huh? What do you mean 国语? I'm like, what the heck? My teacher didn't tell me what this means, and I was like really baffled as what this means. So I was happy when I learned finally what this means. So that was a kind of tricky one for me. And next we have
华语.
华语. Okay, so now we have this
华.
华, and this is pretty common. It's kind of like a more formal way of saying like Chinese, right?
It's like Chinese in a cultural way.
Okay. So anything related to Chinese culture is sometimes you'll see this hua. And so maybe your textbook I know, like, my books always had this character on the front, and I was always like, what's Huayu in it? It was kind of my Chinese book. You'll probably see it on your textbook, okay? It's pretty common, but it's not. I didn't hear it spoken so much. I always just saw it written on things.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see this, just understand that this Hua is like talking about Chinese in general, like the whole of Chinese, like culture and language. So some people say this, right? Still, do people use this?
Yeah. If you are like, if the school is hiring a Chinese teacher, they sometimes just say they're hiring a teacher that can teach Huayu.
Okay. Yeah. And the last thing you might see somewhere would be
Hanyu.
Hanyu. Okay, so Han. If you know anything about Chinese culture, you probably know that like 90% of all the people in China and Taiwan are from the Han race, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the majority of all the Chinese people are Han Chinese. So this means the language of the Han people. So Hanyu. So you have this like just like Huayu. So it's like anybody who's Chinese and their language. And this is anybody who's Han Chinese and their language. So is there anything special about Hanyu versus any of these other ones?
Hanyu, you probably another usage is like you can see on your dictionary it would say Hanzi.
Okay, so 字 means like
The
characters, right? And I think that's like
here.
Okay.
There.
Okay, I remember now. So yeah. So it's just one on the little roof there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so 汉字. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty common. Yeah, I have a textbook. It's it's actually sitting right here. It's reading and writing Chinese, and it's 常用汉字. So it's like commonly used Hanzi. So you might have a dictionary with that on the front of it too. And something that you can do to just help you with this more is what, Jess? What would you recommend doing?
To do a research with all these words, and then see what Google would tell you.
Yeah, so just Google it. Grab these little pieces here and throw them into Google and see how they're used. Just check it out and see whether you can understand what the sentence is talking about or the way that they use it. Find some sentences for you to practice or to study, and we'll probably put some ways you can use these on our website as well. So check it out at www.learningchineseblog.com, and we hope to see you there, and we'll see you on our next podcast. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.